answer is not complicated because the answer was given already. God told us exactly why he created us. He also told us our assignment. He said, let us make man in our own image. So that's the nature and character of the creature. But he says, here's why. To let them have dominion over the earth. There's no mystery. The answer is there. So we were created by God and placed on the planet to dominate the earth on behalf of God. We are here, sent from our heavenly home to colonize earth with the kingdom of heaven. And they don't like the word kingdom either.
Right.
And the kingdom is the only message Jesus preached. So we have a conflict already. The Bible is not a democracy. Christ is not a president. And the kingdom is not a religion.
Well, good evening to you wherever you are. If it's afternoon, good afternoon. We're live here in the Rockies, a snowy day, really beautiful out now, but cold. I hope you all had a wonderful week as we did out here. If you're on with us, please do like, share, and follow. If you're on the radio, we'll ask that you go on to our Facebook page, like, share, and follow for your One USA, and also on YouTube. Please do subscribe for your One TV. We have so many things to talk about today. A lot has gone on. The verdict of the 2020 election petition, Ghana's celebration of their 64th independence. Was that necessary for that celebration? As we look to Day of Independence till now, 64 years, how far the country has come, what is going on there right now, is it really appealing to spend that money for that celebration? What were they celebrating? I don't know. Maybe, you can tell me. And with our topic today, it is basically like a question asking, is His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo moving the country forward? Is he on the right path? Is he on the right track? I don't know. Your contribution is needed. So please do call when the lines are open. Let me welcome Sly, see how he's been. Hello, Sly.
Hi, Ska.
Ete saying.
Nyame adom na wo so e.
Nyame adom. Yeah, the Nyamiasa Sodia Bishibium and Happy New Month. I just can't believe we're in the third month of the year and we're like almost in the middle of it already.
Yeah, about also in your bria to say celebrating one. Now, me needs a COVID to know yet. I did for so brave a month for dinner anniversary. I don't know. But people were just talking about it, like, you know. I said, I mean, I understand some of us.
Are they remember the life lost or just celebration? Say they're alive with all that trauma and everything, and then celebration is there.
Both ways. I mean, they're talking about Bosumia, the buy, Bosumia, fear, the buy, like, in rock, road, more. Status spreading, and then they're also talking about how people also survive from it. Even though some way affected by it, but no more recover. It both ways. They were talking about both ways. But I mean, you can't even tell. The negative aspect of it is even higher than the positive. But I mean, as long as they were talking about it, and they're also talking about the vaccine and that kind of stuff.
Well,
so.
I'm glad you brought that up because I really wanted to discuss this. I have this information that we got yesterday that the AstraZeneca vaccine, Abi Akogana, some folks are reacting with blood clot issues, and right now research they are not sure if it's related with the vaccine or not, and so they are open for this research to be done. That with the blood clot may be elusum alive, and this the age group now are older folks in their 60s. If I say you better video kakao what is going on, the information out there, is this something? Because when you say I say Ghanaians will have questions, say should they continue to go for the vaccines or not? Well, without knowing, say it's been couple weeks now. Some folks in Ghana vaccine we don't know their reaction. Obia will be Ghana when we open the lines. You can call. What will be tell us how you feeling. Unya vaccine the side effect you're facing. Which we would have hoped they would have done like trials before everybody going in. Which I do know other countries have done it, but like in Ghana, no. They haven't done theirs, but they buy it now. I applaud the government for bringing it in. But not doing a little few stuff with it before be able to that's where we are right now. That is my opinion. So
me no applaud that person the government. In Pachomana, this credit to the man is not necessary. I'm sorry for cutting it down because the government didn't pay for it, was donated. And through the donation, you have to make sure that because upon all this thing, all the scientists, whatever, some of the countries, even order the vaccine, they also scientists testify. This is the vaccine we're all talking about the power rates. When we talk about the power in the strength, and the strength in the Quran, 80%. On the channel, but still no, we allow them to drop it in Ghana. Yeah, they won't go for. Yeah, we drop it fine. But as I say, testing the band now, watching you be. I didn't even do what the fear that Bernard said they walk.
Say the folks out there say as a president now will be Omromo, so he has to go in first and get his. So that is why I am applauding him for his bravery. Saying, hey, I will be the one to go in, use me as a trial, see how it goes. Maybe that encouraged other older folks and those in leadership and stuff to go for the vaccine too.
Let's look at this way. One will be a new vaccine credit work for the say vaccine in the one.
Yeah.
A drone will be two. Vaccine a drone or the who said some of the folks will be allergic to it. What you say?
Yeah.
You only be one no beyond that one. Ubu are the one crown of the second idea, no one ubu. Ubu are the one cross out the idea for the brain. It doesn't mean so what scour one and some wa. Young who you depend the another attitude. It's the same. But the problem is a buyer no at least as I say man what because we have certain countries. Except for South Africa, they order over millions. But about now, we test them, we say, the rate no form. How far will be a good them?
So meaning South Africans say jai war, right?
Obaja Oscar. Obaja will say, Anya Jumano, Oba others come praise here, come cancel orders. But here's the case, sir. A whole thing from Russia, which even the Russian president and no case was one more.
Oh.
Oh yeah, put this one more. Isn't that
one more dear no manufacturer? Oh, war, okay.
About America had you the agent. Johnson & Johnson, dear Bana, and then I say, yes, I said, I'm not Jatu. After the Moko was up testing the the original from I suspended.
Johnson & Johnson?
Yes.
Were US?
Yes. Almost an annual from people are complaining about you're suspended. And Africa, they say, yet to me, more can fear and share me and sell me idea. BBI is a free. And then I give the buy it's just a sample. It was a sample. They never tested this on human body. And then the bag and and ya parade says 6 months. Ya Samuel near the whole convoy. Look at what's going on. Sky Yampire because I just saw Sasa in one half of Crano. I don't know record half and what.
We are sure.
Oh, Sky.
So would you say so with Ghana there we should just wait it out and see the what it does or
so what I'm saying is they need adequate testing. As a son can we testing more. Because here's the thing, sir. Come on, vaccine by did they tell us in Kofodia the war more survival? No, Ghana is the first. Ghana is the first and we don't know to my apart from Ghana, I think Cote d'Ivoire. Country the Cobium.
So that with that being said, that is the countries in Africa, right?
Yes.
But I quite know they did the research, the clinical trial in South Africa, in UK, in Brazil, and other countries.
Okay, Matthias, Nipa Ben of the warm. I was surviving.
And then I can answer that
yes.
The fact and the data that I researched on, that is what I do know.
There's a difference between giving a vaccine to a mouse or a monkey and also giving it to a human being. There's difference. There's way difference. Here, America, when they went to issue people sacrifice. They sacrifice. Said they will try in their body. And over thousands. Taking injection. And then they were tracking them. They were tracking them. I would track you one was before some issue out.
Yeah.
Why are you tracking one?
And the show out, but when Sudan can test it in UK.
You go to Google. You go to Google right now. Google. Now I up Nipa. America how sacrifice ya mukase. Some of them, their picture, their name will pop up.
Okay, let's watch this video. See what they're saying about the black card issue with the AstraZeneca vaccine.
Has backed the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine after several European countries suspended the rollout of the vaccine over fear of blood clots. The European Medicines Agency has asserted that there is currently no indication that the vaccination has caused these conditions. It said that the benefits of the jab continue to outweigh the risks and the shot can still be administered while investigations of possible blood clots are ongoing. Health experts said there was little evidence to suggest the AstraZeneca vaccine should not be administered. They said that cases of blood clots corresponded with the rate of such cases in the general population. Some experts are saying that reports of blood clots so far did not exceed what would have occurred naturally in the vaccinated population. Denmark, Norway and Iceland suspended use of AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine despite there being no medical evidence of blood clots. Denmark suspended the shots for 2 weeks after a 60-year-old woman who was given an AstraZeneca shot from the same batch used in Austria formed a blood clot and died. The vaccine would be suspended for 14 days in Denmark. Iceland suspended the jabs and said it was awaiting the results of an investigation by the European drug regulator. Norway too suspended the AstraZeneca jab as a cautionary measure. Authorities now say that they are waiting to see if there is a link between the vaccination and blood clots. Austria earlier stopped using a batch of AstraZeneca shots while investigating a death from coagulation disorders. Italy also on Thursday said it would suspend the use of an AstraZeneca batch different to the one used in Austria. For more details, let's quickly go across to WION's correspondent Lucy Huff, who's joining us live from Brussels. Lucy, thank you for joining our newscast. Now, with the European Medicines Agency backing AstraZeneca, is the vaccine rollout for EU nations now expected to gain the much-needed momentum which has been missing so far?
Yeah, I mean, this is yet another blow in the books, really faltering vaccine rollout. At least 5 EU countries which have temporarily, at least partially suspended the rollout of Oxford and AstraZeneca vaccines due to these concerns about blood clots. This began in Austria when a death linked to a blood clot in an individual who had recently been given the Oxford AstraZeneca shot prompted a response, and that batch was then suspended, and for now there are investigations taking place as to that possible link between the vaccine and the death in question. There have been links to a number of severe incidents of blood clots as well in other countries, as you were outlining there, Denmark, Italy amongst them. So in those cases we are seeing at least a temporary suspension, but Oxford AstraZeneca saying that there is no reason to believe that none of the evidence that they had from their clinical trial of some 10 million people had suggested any kind of link between the dose and blood clotting. That is a view that is supported by the EU health regulator, who is saying that these incidents are about normal, what we'd see in the population. And it's worth drawing a comparison with the UK, which has rolled out some 11 million shots of the Oxford AstraZeneca dose and has only reported a handful of blood clotting cases. So there is no formal link at the moment, but clearly EU countries do want to be cautious. But nonetheless, this already restricts the Oxford AstraZeneca dose at a time when Europe is desperately short of vaccines, and we are being told that AstraZeneca will be delivering even less than it had promised in reduced delivery targets in this quarter.
Right, Lucy, it's significant that you mentioned that there is no formal link as yet. Having said that, how crucial is it for EU authorities to now address the negative public perception about AstraZeneca in the EU compared to other vaccine shots like Pfizer?
Well, this certainly doesn't help, and I mean that there's certainly some here in Europe who feel this is something of an overreaction, that these are normal levels of these sorts of cases of blood clotting that we would see, and taking this kind of caution does not help the public perception of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, which has already been very damaged, particularly that decision to limit the vaccine in the over 65 age groups that was then reversed by a number of EU countries such as Germany, France and Belgium after it became clear that in fact the vaccine worked just as well in that older age group as it did in the under 65s. There's also been those comments from French President Emmanuel Macron, who described the AstraZeneca shot as quasi-ineffective in older age groups, which was then comments that needed to be rowed back from at a later date. There's also been some coverage in European newspapers of the jab that has not helped the vaccine's reputation, and there are anecdotal reports of people turning down the jab, preferring instead to receive the BioNTech Pfizer or the Moderna shots, which are also on the market. I would also add to that that of course supplies are heavily reduced than what they were promised. Oxford AstraZeneca cut its vaccines by some 60% in terms of the delivery targets in the first quarter. We're now being told by EU Commissioner Thierry Breton that AstraZeneca isn't even meeting those reduced targets in this quarter, and that attempts to go to the United States to get some jabs from them are likely to fail. However, we are expecting delivery targets to pick up, although nothing like what we were promised at the end of 2020 when the EU was signing this contract with AstraZeneca.
Right, thank you so much, Lucia.
Well, so this is what we know. But with that being said, Sly, Do you think Ghanaians should continue on going for the shot? With that being said, like the doses they have over there right now, and it be irreversible their first dose, which I do know they need the second one to get fully immune. So should folks continue going?
No.
Why not?
Because look at the news. I say over 70 countries, 70.
Yeah, they're just being cautious right now.
Okay. And then out of the 70 countries, no, okay, a year or let's say yeah, or the Canada or the Italy, most of them near Europe, the European countries.
Mm-hmm.
And this medication is coming from the Europe itself. And then Europe weather no ya dia weather no kra no. Almost mo bi mu a. Na wiam yensa for me. My suggestion is almost suspended, almost hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe since be vaccine be a sometimes it be a not chemicals may be a very high,
mm-hmm.
it be a very low.
Mm-hmm.
And some adjustment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. Returning. Ska yes idea phone kukwasiao.
Interesting.
Idea phobia ekukasia. Enti say ye di ni 40 na say yentimi moka say ne boarding. Face afford the war here. I know America ye wo.
Mhm.
Ska ye wo no krom what who say bebre sa.
Well, it depended. There are some with drug reactions and allergy and all of that. So, like, idea a way when a different will be for so.
Okay, Sky, let me say it this way. You started with vaccine in America, Mantebe.
That was November.
Okay, what am I mean for free January? Just January, yeah, I'm for free January, right? 3 months in it. Still not yet walk me walk. There's no way, there's no message from the president, from the CDC, from anywhere to suspend any vaccine apart from Johnson & Johnson dear recently. Abu person on back. No more address one or two things. Other than that, the two vaccine that was approved and 1 year walk. BBI is suspended. Vaccine about the Begana for February.
Yeah.
You never 2-3 weeks in it.
They started their trials somewhere in August.
Yes, but I mean, Ghana Saka be 2 months in crowd. 1 month comes in.
No, you do woman.
And a broad quarter starting.
Yeah, Saka the end of February. So
they say broad quarter they are starting. Able do the phone recover TSC dementia, the phone recover TSC Parkinson. The rest over TSC one and they are baby. Yeah, you body call.
Wow. Well,
maybe a no to care about his people. Stop being selfish and greedy. Care about your people. When we suck at the leader, it's kind of be a leader. There's a year meeting. We'll see. A leader is someone who had followers. If you are working without a followers, you are not a leader, but you are working. So baby, that's a one corner walk. Only dominant.
No.
I won't go now, but don't do what you are. And it's just a don't know what you want.
Yeah.
It is as a president, not yet to me sacrifice it. And to me, top vaccine, I bet to be a woman to my move for. Now you bet to Lancos $120,000. Say that I'm MP, say that I'm minister, say that I'm DC, say that I'm why don't it's okay.
With that being said, no, with this issue with the vaccines, because the reason why say we were all like opting in for Johnson & Johnson. Now you're saying this, I haven't really followed through with that, but I'm yet to do that. As you said, say Johnson & Johnson is what we were going for, but with other issues with it, every drug be out side effect with it. But with Moderna and Pfizer, no, the storage is problem like with that transporting it to Africa because of weather condition so cost a issue, weather a issue. So what will be your suggestion on that?
The government should sacrifice because you're talking about the weather in Africa. How chance your face and your people Europe. They will And now we are wait for another week or two. They will start. And they will come find a way, plan ahead. Plan ahead. And the baby anybody you.
Yeah.
And the baby someone come. You better how to store in the storage. You need to know. Near Koti Biasa, Mami Biasa, Yemu Biasa.
Mami Biasa. Okay. Yeah, the COVID issues no better in chain na yatwaso. But I will still want to applaud him. I have a video of him taking his shot, which I have a little credit about it. Maybe I wanted to talk about it, maybe not. What is your thought on that?
Let me give you this scenario. Okay, let me give you this scenario. Since I would wait, now say me fan say Mayweather banner or the wama $20 million. Or the $20 million, what got to die 14,000, what to die for a year, $500,000 a year now. And that's over $20 million, now got to die $10 million a year now. And the video donation, Yamada, Cotonia, one level. Into the applaud, the applaud, say a mark across the now me a dear John by Yamo for a broad person. They need to investigate. Investigation is more important. Who are scientists who are more Muslim? I was saying, I was listening to someone, and I said, into a whole Africa as a continent, into we cannot even contribute a little money
for research,
for for research.
Yeah.
For the African continent scientists. Many people say, I mean, college, you know, we call as a scientist now. Or a scientist.
I wonder.
That
is why most of them travel out of the country and use it over there instead of going back and contributing over there, because the government and to me provide funds for that. Like you were saying, if like they have the EcoWorks, right? So like they should add that to almost planning and finances, and say we all have to contribute this little towards this research for the future. With that being said, even here in Colorado, the National Swedish Health Department actually investigated like with this pandemic and the vaccines, and they have already started, like they are always on their A game, one step ahead, planning for the future. They've already started researching other stuff ahead, say Ochnebi, because this pandemic they were not prepared. Nobody was prepared for this, but planning ahead. So BBC say we already have solutions to this issue. I want us to watch this video and we'll continue from there.
It's important that I set the example that this vaccine is safe by being the first to have it, so that everybody in Ghana can feel comfortable about taking this vaccine. It is important that everybody, at the end of the day, is vaccinated, and that's our objective. And in doing so, UNICEF, the managers and the contributors of the COVAX facility, for the opportunity that we have in this country to begin the process of vaccination. The vaccine doesn't mean that we're throwing away all the other protocols. All the other protocols remain in place until we are satisfied that the vaccine, the virus has finally disappeared from the soil of Ghana. So once again, Commandant and the people of the military hospital, thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
The enrollment area involves a series of some basic steps. First, the details of the president will be captured and a unique COVID vaccination number will be given to him. Then a barcode will be generated and the president will be enrolled onto the national database for vaccination, and then finally he will be given a shot of the COVID-19 vaccine. We will take a short musical interlude while the president and his spouse go through the enrollment program, and after which he will be given a shot of the vaccine.
Okay, so it is leader by example. like we were just discussing, we be that betray mu. Seeing say what we're saying and the example now was certain, or would that encourage people still to go for the vaccine with this reports coming out with blood clot issues? So what you still not say or said, oh yeah, leader by example, right?
Oh, scanning one idea, why you leader by example, but my point is say investigation of the vaccine is very poor.
It's poor.
Yeah, I mean, for him taking the lead to take the vaccine, fine, that's good. I need to tell people, say, and then we really need it, or they really need it. But my point I mean making on the vaccine is that there was no adequate, investigation towards it. And then the problem because we didn't know so where they said that here my microwave vaccine groups. No, they won't say thing.
That is a criticism that I have. That's why I really wanted to show this and talk about it.
You're not showing precautions right there.
Is it because they have inadequate PPE out there? That's why.
Yeah, I mean, if you are coming on the media, by media, baby, if you want mujaba, what by yataso, and I would sabe hand, what is ghost no suckle blood. It means that the blood can get on your finger.
Yeah.
Or just me who's about on this. Obia call president was your groups. I mean, the right thing have to, make us say, Lisa by example, that's good, perfect. But I mean, the problem is that vaccine, or my check it. As okay, you show me your tree of even though it was donation, but we donated and then you heard the other countries what was going on. Before I can say a starting issue, but I mean, here's the case, you know, the war more, Pavon say, a country say the heritage. Yeah, because breach everybody and the
Wow. So with that being said, now the gloves issue, this is, and no quantity, was the only mistake that I saw with them giving the vaccine. Some of the leaders, so it was the same. Is this something I said, Ghana or no? Almost share gloves for injections and I said, what is going on with that?
Standard. We talk about standard, which is the minimum or which is the level of PPE. Standard precautions. Each patient one gloves.
Yeah.
Each patient one gloves. If you are coming on the media, that's how we are. I mean, whatever to me before the background and follow. Who said either the MP, the minister, the president, whoever, diplomatic foreign who said camera there to pictures there.
Yeah. And
people will post it. Into you as a nurse, and as a doctor now we inject as so who said sad no. Sky crowd has to grow back up
interesting.
I don't okay. What's your social distance? What on South of President the betting was speaking and a fact? Who we firstly the sub and was for the same level pack. We by minister, we by the same level pack. I don't catch say adiophobia I am here and who should so dawson. Adiophobia, I did the chili bebree. It is especially if you don't want to spend on your medical a year, bills, and now your medical aspect is consequent. Oh, yeah, consequent. It's just a matter so Yadia Bobby, Nipa Mino, $100 show. The same idea, back with your $100 are cost me $80. And your son, who are here. Back on only the $80 or so the cotton am.
Wow.
Officer, one Obeyanka.
Right?
Yes. Into a two for her, two for so one year.
Yeah, and it's the same glove issue that I had. You're really no hygienic, transmitting of disease and other stuff. This is really
You go into details, they'll tell you, sir, you use hand sanitizer. No, that's not
you
the
can use a
point.
hand sanitizer, but at least you still have to use.
No,
but this is something that I really want to criticize. Let's really watch this. I want this to come on full with audio. Let's watch this and still stay on here. Can you tell me the issue going on with this one too?
This one?
Yeah.
Now so now you say you separate what you have say I said the press conference.
Yeah, very press.
Now hey, you want your hands and by course. Pa. But you must say look at the nurses and do the crew now be and say groups. Oh, as a matter of fact, Mokwana community, and you're just a mass, and you're N95, you have to put it on. Because you are dealing with chemicals. You as Nippon now the chemicals. How much will be also N95? What I say, even to the point that some of them have their gun or they have, face masks and all kind of stuff. But, Scott,
yeah, and another thing that I saw is like bare hands after, I don't even know if they put the a band-aid on there or not. Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't saw more a short to Ghana.
Some of this Kamujamba, nobody like and said I need much necessary.
Some Mujamba, you don't put a band-aid on there.
Yeah, Moja Madian Kaba and William Yasa, but don't say. The weight of if you are no,
so I want to initially be able, but as time goes on, it can start using that.
Yeah, basa a bit me a basa, but I mean, any Satan would do for you to bit me, no, na attitude.
All right, our lines are open. If you want to call, please do. Bring your ideas, your thought. We're here for you, here for the people. That's why we do what we do. So please do call in, join in the talk. Is the president in Ghana on track to transform the country of Ghana? Your ideas, your thought, your contribution are really important. So please do call. The numbers are on your screen. Or within US, I bet me for 303-800-6277, 303-800-6277. Or outside US, I bet me for your WhatsApp line +1 720-238-1489 +1 720-238-1489. Yeah, but also, I really want to talk about the independence.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Don't you think it's about time, say, the leadership in Ghana should, I'm not saying do away with it, but to revisit that celebration? How much does it cost? The planning and everything they put in, and for that day to celebrate, is it worth it?
Scott, one of the was it the minister for treasury? No, minister for port and something in Togo, and then he was celebrating his billions safer or something. Now, potato and conform random. So I say, Nisika Edru, billion safer. Now, what to party? It been 6 months, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Scott. 6 months, that's what happened. That what happened. A waste of money.
Waste of money.
But yeah, because let's look at this. Sometimes when they make some decisions, they forget that they are the leaders, so it's okay. But to move forward, it's not okay. Okay, here's the case. You have come up with a policy. Say Obia Neye. You must say during the 6 months now, almost a year proper to Nipa.
Nipa say that oh. Na I say omo fa bronya ho de ren kokorai.
That's the thing. That's the thing. No one is above the law. It is so we say president na mba na shamra say yenye party, yenye wedding. Asole kura yentwam yenhyiamu amro 2 hours. Yenye say. But at the point you can go for 6 months for 3 hours to 4 hours with over 300 people around. No. Stop. Yeah, nipa train the deba. Yeah, nipa fafen the deba. It is if we say Obiya was said that you are not under pressure. Pressure be no so I say NDC for can say one celebrity independent this year into your president. African Union form also. What I say UNICEF for Obiya no member also. UN form can say celebrity. No. Look at what is going on in your nation. Says can't even go to Vassinibi.
Yeah, you know,
look at number of cars on the bag. Look at number of soldiers anyone when they're bound. Look at number of convoy any year with the bag. Skyway yes kind of Sunday.
Yeah.
Cars and see a to gas.
Yeah.
Omo mama tea, eka kra, mutu awo kabat. Sa occasion no medidi. No, into all this, you know, give it to us a whisker. Now we are starting to buy vaccine. Say, the only average is 600,000 and there is some. So, I'm going to Okoto as Casana with the Waben Yaya, Yekoto Sama, the rest of the nation. And not necessarily a dream home, but yet you scar, and not necessarily a dream home. Because you want the people alive so that you can tax them. You tax these people and get money to run the country.
Yeah.
Well, what they are gone now? What are the
exactly. Yes, they will. Why? Because Obeshepune Mako, and you know how it goes. Wejai. Unfabi
I'm not saying it's a moment recording here, but I'm saying sometimes
well, if you're watching, if you're listening, please do like, follow, and share. Share the stream. We want this to go really far. This is really important topics that we're talking about here. Nehemiah affected Oman Ghana. That is what we're talking about. So please share, like, follow, subscribe on YouTube. So whenever we come on, you'll be able to get what we're saying and also join in the conversation. I have put the numbers out there, so please do call with your thought, with your contribution. On my day, on my name, that is why we're doing what we're doing. Also, every election petition from December 2020 election. After the elections, Nema with the opposition, they didn't understand the result. There are some numbers, mismatch, mistake that went on EC part. That almost a call result too early without waiting to get all information together. So they were messing up numbers. But opposition and we advised for them to take it to court and but right now no court no verdict. I want us to watch and listen before I make any comment on that. Then we will talk about it in a minute. Whilst we get the video ready, I don't want us to rush and go ahead and ask you, Slice, what is your thought? Because me say you're here before ask that question on that. But to me, no issue no court, no, it wasn't necessary to me. Why? Because you're hearing America so my even some part yente honka there are students in schools. We've seen videos that are going on with schools in Kunya, schools are roof swapper, schools are Kwalatina form. They don't even have the building for the school. Let's watch this.
We conclude this judgment by emphasizing that the petitioner did not demonstrate in any way how the alleged errors and unilateral corrections made by the first respondent affected the validity of the declaration made by the chairperson of the first respondent on the 9th December 2020 as already stated in this judgment. The petitioner has not produced any evidence to rebut the presumption created by the publication of CI 135 for which his action must fail. We have therefore no reason to order a rerun as prayed by the petitioner as in relief F. We accordingly dismiss the petition as having no merit.
As the court pleases.
My court, the petition is dismissed as without merit. We make no order as to cause.
We are grateful to the court.
My Lord, we are most grateful for the lucid judgment of the court.
Lord, with respect, may speaking for us take the opportunity to thank the registrar of the court and also the staff for their support in getting the proceedings and meeting out at weekends to file processes. We thank them too.
I just have one comment.
All right. So this was the verdict. The court's decision, they say, the petitioner didn't have enough evidence backing their charges against the first and second respondent. So, with this being said, with this verdict, Sly, I'll let you come in. What is your intake on this?
I thought I would hear a Nigerian movie. We started topic in one
the end.
Now, most of it in the first and we say same movie, especially to say horror movies near Yana Mitaka me for the ending.
Why?
Ending we are never home almost survive way.
Okay.
And to me, the starting a machine who said, we are born with Shana Kung Fu, ye China say, you born to a dish German so of a survival. We only 3 days of a call. Never who did be seen. May campus say, right from the one, when the petition, you must send your petition cases to the court. The questioner, the number one questioner, we are say, and NASA Ghana, my both NDC and NPP, everybody was seeking or asking, they say, where is the figures? Because what to me, can't say more, made him come up without the figures. Because the electoral commission or the election, we deal with figures. We don't deal with party, we don't do fame, we deal with figures. And now we are in a chance we didn't show and I wouldn't kunim. Nasa was say Obi and you kunim, and I was so we didn't kunimwa, and mother the bachelor. Can the force about Tinya, a Jana bachelor? If it is say, young cockot, I'm saying, Polska, that be a call near your amendment, near your petty amendment, near your amendment, near your say, near Fari cases, near a being what I'm to be figures by. Nipami and Sam, Ska, Amoba as a witness, including the petitioner, Obian will go 2 figures. Obian will go 2 figures, just 40%, 50%, 49. Minya said no. But I'm not for more.
Yeah.
There's an error somewhere.
Yeah.
It is Madame Jemensa. If you are the pronounce and answer the Capricorn or your phone so if we are so be attitude. Obia so I am for so and some more can kind by. I did see your sister and the fruit. Near Musa said, and Manda Munya ya. A chance will be a mumma epic and Manuel, and then the engineer parry. But coming the enemy himself, the Diapos baby tree. That means just formality, something to let the party members know. So, oh, you call court, maybe judges, and you call court. Then so that's the whole thing. Because already the day now, the last day, yeah, Peter Chukas on 9 now 21. Want to be a career? Oh, I'm not saying, sir.
Okay, but Pusana say, was he surprised with that verdict?
No, the judgment was not surprised. They know the judge. Start lawyer be a cocoa to be in myself will be busy. Then so they want to find a way. What I say, that's what we say that the judge when every lawyer is going to court, they look at your mistake, the other lawyer's mistake. And normally they will do winning case. Until one full swallow by and the man they winning case.
All right.
And it's a wood you know what you are doing. And sometimes it's even harder for them because woman to be found for baby I want no phone. And then to be found for baby I be in phone so you do asma can and one I can ya ready. Obey to match to question so many times. But when the answer is one and one no. But some of the lawyers almost to two and one topic obey to 5 different from different directions. Inti one of them no one yawo. Inti minya shows na because I mean the day I work Kenya na me no I'm the come and cotton so I mean enfofo ani adu omo to so nipa miensa kama omo ya nipa miensa na kama e ko ye to tachu na to ma ama na to jemensa sa na na eko ni ade abasa I'm the course ani ade abasa and then you can see sir I mean it's not surprising but right.
Exactly. Maybe I see her petitioners and only response after a verdict, no, what he said.
No one who followed the proceedings of the Supreme Court will be surprised with the judgments pronounced a few hours ago. Much as I'm aware that we are legally bound by the decision of the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court of Ghana, I disagree with the process of the trial and the ruling of the court. For the avoidance of that, I say much as I'm aware that we are legally bound by the decisions of the Supreme Court, I disagree with the process of the trial and the ruling of the court.
All right. So this is the petitioner's response after the verdict. He's aware of the laws of the lands, but yes, still he disagree. Yeah, it's okay if you disagree, but what is next for the opposition party after this? What will be the next step as a party?
Scott, that's a normal shigua and a honey shisha. Now, Okashi enya was no man in mood, but no man a wadi in now. Sanity. The media on the no more solution himself. Once last week or last 2 weeks, I said, what will be the academic said? Obiano Wako Kota said we wouldn't show a cassette, manage in China Medino. No. And now a young one said, Obaka said, one to manage a bien Mrs. Sandy. But the question is, Embra Omudi Ye Jumano. Sambrano and the year Jumama 2012. But I need an algebra.
Yeah.
And now when the year 2021 year and yet Johnny the winning to a normal scar.
That's how I football boy, right?
Union moi. Born a cram for when you see a password for when there be a bobon watch, the bon watches are Dobertian go the net. No, sir, I say, I want to say. Young pass that. Sana, that's the way it is. Baska, and America say, now the trend Ghana economy. You will say, the 10 year, the woman ye. A babia, you bet to be a ska, you bet coach. Make can be a free net 2024, 28, 32, 36. So a babia bet to be a found one margin one who will be being.
Why is that?
Such as a trend economy.
Oh.
Oh yeah, trend economy. because said the beya o supporters mbons abanu wini na wia mountain obi abekokot ni akoya de Ghana fo akoma akoto ohaw mu ya de Ghana fo akoma akoto amanye mu na de bia wo sori a election petition and one of the 42 those in there I'll take Ghana for power was a election petition no.
Okay, so with that being said, no, this is what I'm seeing from John Dramani Mahama. He still hasn't conceded the loss. He still is disagreeing with the court's verdict. So what is his next step? Is he planning on coming back, like a comeback in 2024? Or what is it for him now?
Scott, this is a very shame. Let me say it. It's very shame. A shameful act. Why am I saying it's a shameful act? It's a shameful act to a sense that you look at 2012. Even though during the Akufo-Addo press conference, also on the decision on no more again. Never was yet to say what different. What didn't you? Two things. Only to say ruling was right, but what yet to say what different. So when we need and I am quite realize. But here's his statement that he didn't even congrat Akufo-Addo. I mean, say what Akufo-Addo. I don't know, so news how maybe I'm tracking. I'm tell you, but I mean, say what Akufo-Addo. I was congrat na bibisa. But Akufo-Addo did the same thing to 2012. It's if you want to be a leader, if you call yourself a leader, you accept two things. You accept the victory and you accept the loss. Go and play well. Now look at the division going on in NDC right now. After this election petition, now they how the parliamentarians so during the verdict, vetting and statement. I want 10 years. What?
You know what? Let me take this opportunity. If you're watching, if you just join in on Facebook, please do like, share, and follow. Our lines are open with this discussion. If you want to call, contribute, share your ideas, share your thought, you're more than welcome to do so for the good of the country. So with even ministerial posts and vetting their course, some agree, some disagree. With the rejection of 3 of the nominees, that yes, still they did pass them through. We did talk about that. Like some have held posts in the past, they didn't hold them accountable for their past 4 years. Yes, still they've passed most of them through. I didn't think Ghanaians voted 2020 for them to see this same old thing going on. They wanted a change. They voted for a change, but I'm not seeing that change. Are you seeing that?
Changing it, some catches a changing it, Baba crying Massa, Emma Cassibia, Bayak of Obeo, Timon for as a Ghanaian is a very surprise. I mean, just a minor 1 or 2 star, but the thing is, you wouldn't say this card, the woman here. If it's a veterinary course, and then what the Samidian fear and some of the NDC members are more above for an almost I sample for a push your mutual. Fine. Me, some of them, honestly speaking, I may disagree. Honestly speaking. Because Mammy and Oko for Minister for the Fishing and Water Environmental one. And it was because it's a speaker and what is fish farming or cover. I mean, we talk about it. But I mean, the thing is, I'm not saying pushing up to say some of them, even Scott, to be honest, some of them they lie and they're off. Some of them no more can't throw. But Scott, I said, what for Bible, what swear in and they're off. And then you say something to be can't throw. Which I agree with them. But what I don't agree with Samija is to go and call, those Babin, Aholina Jusu, Mutaka, and those people calling them no Sandia. Scott, what is wrong? What is wrong? I mean, you see, and Tumago, about this. Yeah, sir. Until even your people, or my idea, Namaya Fusubia, I mean, as a party, call them and discuss. But to make a whole statement, what supposed to do matter media? I need a minute argument. I mean, sometimes I said, "Well, ask I will come and correct." But baby, I will come. Baby, we just will come. Any nipa will catch on. And then from sober. If you have addressed this case, baby, it's different. And here's the case. Don't be surprised. When they were going for the speaker, NDC was able to manipulate into the NPP. Look at this. I'm manipulating some of the MPP to vote for NDC. Now we have an NDC as a speaker. I mean that was good. They did a good job. The MPs, they did a good job. But when they had someone almost and I might be a beer chair by my side, almost I walk home to another wolf. That be a second if I knew a child car. And she said, "No play politics, we call politics. How to lobby and to push things." And she said, "Mobile to see no maybe I don't call for said mobile speaker and this is how I saw your muska. You have a boat and your move from Yansa go hotel, no more for security. Why be PBR near the job of phone? In
That is a good one.
Yeah, two left, Obi left, Obi right, and now they are center. But not on the more serious discussion, we're gonna witness and we're gonna see this more of this. When it comes to say the government have to push things, and we hear this NIPA 5, we hear this NIPA 10, we hear this NIPA 20B to push things. And then hey, behind the scene, and they're so they'll go behind the scene. And as I say, so the NDC has set a must set a path for not to hold. To the sense that they say I told by a secret ballot. It is when this is not to be my PPR. Who by then will report to you?
No, they need to let it come out because even over here, normal voting in Congress and that you know who voted for what. So I think they need to bring that out. Maybe see the president and the folks' reaction to the verdict.
This judgment by emphasizing that the petitioner did not demonstrate in any way how the alleged errors and unilateral corrections made by the first respondent affected the validity of the declaration made by the chairperson of the first respondent on the 9th December 2020 as already stated in this judgment. The petitioner has not produced any evidence to rebut the presumption created by the publication of CI 135 for which his action must fail. We have therefore no reason to order a rerun as prayed by the petitioner as in relief F. We accordingly dismiss the petition as having no merit.
Mr. President.
Right there. So this sounds like it's a victory for the president and his cabinet and the NPP. Do you call this a victory or not?
Scott, it's a victory, but more work.
Okay. Memo Apostle. I have Kwame on the line. Let me bring him in. Tell us what's going on out there. Hello, Kwame. Hello, Kwame. Hello. Okay. Having technical difficulties, we'll bring him back on. So, we'll see a victory, but more work.
Yes, Ka.
Why so?
Because Akufo-Addo 4 years, he will face the most hardest years in his as whoever be elected as president of Ghana. Because to push things, you need a parliamentarian to push things, the lawmakers. And here's the case I didn't divide it. And some of them, you need almost like 60% to push it.
Slight pause right there for me. We have a call on the line. Hello, Mr. Akufo-Addo for your one. We didn't be a free.
Hello, Sikaya from me. It's me Furphy Parker.
Yo, Mr. Mo, when it's Mami Kakra.
You're from me, Furphy Parker.
Yo, Mr. Mo Anunko.
Me straight, ye nyanum Ghana for say vaccine obia momode so be will be now was what. And it's all taking max no off. I was say it goes your social max no because vaccine no it yet 100% safe say wow and you quite say share max. And I was say I encourage you be although wow because vaccine be why was some side effects be or yeah and I say over feel dizzy or something because even with the yellow fever nina I vaccine na ye wo into now may encourage Ghana for someone to mean call out to take the vaccine na feed or mon cause on share max no because they say I see a improvement or more share max no tika crime or canon.
You know, but I was say no, I drink tray. Yamin show, Kuswana tea for your one. Na catch her for to join in. You know, I say.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Hello, Kwame. Hello.
Hello.
Kwame, Apomu. Nyame adom. Sende ahomana haye kakra nti so betumi opposition ho yie amaya ka beboa. Yeah, very clear. Yeah, discussing about election 2020 verdict results. Ya kan wasim kakra. Saying Nima Isiti Ghana in regards to that, the outcome of that court proceedings.
That's it. No museti no mas na munche na afunye mu yinzo mu follow page na say be ya Ghana nsema hodo a ekoso ina mo nso ebetibie na yenso wo ha die bekoso asomo mo sompa na obusa me court nsensem ne ne a ekoso e wo court e free say asem no ekọ court na Supreme Court ye judges na timuafo ne tnaso no e die chire to monkra kusida ode atemu no ebaye na ansa na atemu no ebeba no aman mpanimfo bi atwam bi so mampani dada John Ajekum Kofo afei asofo abamofo nyina bokoko Ghanafo nyina se obesre obi anhwe na atemu ne ba dede basabasa bia ankoso wodne to nchen a NDC amanyuko no ne MPP amanyuko no mpanimfo omukoshina national security company for we are see omudu munsa shekrata ase na se ntiase apam ase ya omuchi mu a emfa woni bebia table de kono obi a ebe hye ne so ampanyampa ni nuane ampa ema judges na kwotena asem so ya da no omudi atemu baaye na no muchim se omu nhye de hunu se ensem a NDC de ba muchim a abababo bia nim na se ensem omudi ba sa abato ne kra no obi anim kunim no NDC amanyuko no entimi amfa won sense won ankyere adekro potinti ananyina so potinti a na okasa enti won Supreme Court die wabo ensem no de atoagu baaye omampanin dada John Dramani Mahama enso address omani nyina on Facebook wall more to just say Supreme Court to account there then so the court no ya papa every say and some who be a course about 2 million ko anymore say Supreme Court best check na waka kire say dan for agora na mo ye na munye ne ye no Supreme Court na ko basa kra to no wadi Supreme Court no ya on the tonchen a NDC am yoko no any peninfo bi o yoko ni na do no am chima they are very disappointed in the judgment na zo ina kan fa no any dan penny be hwe Ghana man penny na na adan kwa Akufo-Addo hwe ni fie ni office be bia no wo na nya asem ketwa kra ya che se enwom a no mu kunu ho no na se che se won any age pan so beside ya e dey ma bon to for dia ma say am pass Supreme Court no asetan na some koy mu dia no ye no aba se de ye ni ma sem na ba enso no o se bi no ani anye ho de nanso nyame adom basa ye mentem ho se atin ha gumonten so bibisa ankoso e wo Ghana gidi ese nyina no akoye energy sem e dia maye e ji bu se na ho sem no e bi wo hon ma na se bi no ho na matwa so na ensem kakra ya boa no the first state of the nation address and 2021 budget no e de ho sem atwa so.
Yeah, Elona, I was about to ask next. So we've seen all this budget and the address and all the big plans and stuff going on. So boy, no tough mama Nancy, maybe Satraso.
Okay. State of the nation address so na 2021. Me personally remove peace. The entire me personally remove peace say so tie bi na tie budget na. You because say state of the nation address no. Ne kase any budget na a budget ni upgraded version of state of the nation address. In the state of the nation address of was name budget no e ba be bie mu e ko mu details no e take sin na e ba nya me hwe budget no se odmiya for ken oforiata and na Ghana man pani abogidi se omra no maye oman photo samfo ama oswafo be hwe sika so na hye nso se aswafo ni nyina nso vetin no maye bi amampani agye atum amampani ya amamra ni amane ama se o mahye omadwuma ase sanso na regional ministers ahodo dunsi ni nyina nso no amampani ya amamra ni amane a omo nso ahye omadwuma ase nhye nso na ba kwa wontumi hye adwuma ase eye odminyafo ken oforiata we finance minister na ono no ebebi etwemu no hododo no and so ama offer that the anoma eko amanone se okọ na akosa no yade and the kobasa and when me anko appointment committee adoso abejo ko nanim ama mando so no na kampese ya gene watomo enti na wasa obi eko no de Ghana insika sem etudwa na we amamra no so a enye on shepot se chinchina a chinse finance minister and de insika sem ho nsema na budget eba betudwa emrano chiremu a obi a oka economic management committee no ho na team no ho no obetimi aba na odi abetudwa yen nim se cabinet e ompanimfo bi mo ka ho e vice president kra awon e chairman of the economic management team no enti na ko bi ehwe nim se vice president and as finance minister ni won ma wale Adam Smith Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia ana obeba na odi abetudwa eni di kura betudwa ye hu de necessary say de be Dr. Baumia na eba e Alan Chemachen Alan Cash on minister for trade and industry ono eba anche DS ya asesa na eko odmunyamfo osei chairman sabonso ono minister of parliamentary affairs na eba ni nkrofo ahase speculate keke bi hu yete say ake say on say 2024 ebimusi Baumia na eba ebimusi si Alan Chemachen na ebedi NPP amyoko nanim nje ko ba so Baumia eba kinkan budget no mo fo chile de ebe da bi abima Baumia ma oba ebema nmunyam be ase obenya advantage na so obenya akonya stronko acha Alan Chemachen tie ma ne ma akoba so Alan Chemachen ba ko zi he ne ha hwe sabe adwoa ani dwoba ye adwodwo die dwodwo wo no saa na yaw ani ya baye ayayade a ye ya wo enti samo ma Baumia ma die a yesu ye ma la ma fisala so ba yin se 2024 so person obenya MPP am yoko ni no to frank as presidential candidate enti ono so ma na ma na so me ye say that ko tata bongo tu e pa pe ni ko si ono abo say chairman sabonso so tie also begin asim pie so resan so pa ya na enya asem ketwa na budget no e betimi kase okenkan yi na se emudda ho na ewo fom a obi o tibrofo kakra bia so kan nti manfo ebo na ba so na emu bia pese ye bobo so do a say akewuram aban nyuma hodo akewuram ebi ayarsabia ebi yesuku ebi akwan eno ana onunyafo se chemensa bonsu bia tudwa se saade no o se twem se ohwe kokumawu na hwe asabia kesi esi ho no mo ukoke university teaching hospital o moye na no magaya o magya to amana kewuram afi ye ka hodo a chesa ban na bo ho nyasem ketoa ahwehwe akwan hodo o de yesuku so hodo o moye o munyenwiye ena me so mu kirem a amanfo na sha ase na wo ye no nyam da kwa ban nti obo foforo bo nto aso no wo se afi ana afi esim aban no nyese biom sa enyima hodo akenwuram no nyina wonum ebehwe no maye so munyinwe ye mo nkofo from se le be beboa na sikatwitri dia aban de wura enyima hodom no enye oman no eka nti no onyafo se chairman of the tuya se infrastructure development no aban behwe na wonum aye ho adwuma papa ya enya asem ketwa ahwe yenhwe petroleum prices no so hwe petroleum prices na eno chema be kosoro ohamu nchemu enum ni achipo enso na so hwe diesel ne petrol afi hwe kerosene ne niam ahodo a enyinam ahodo nkani ensem no eno chema ekwa 5.7% increment ena no petrol ne diesel ne ntumu no eba be koso owe no ba electricity enyinam ahoden amo chirem se so he Ghana henyina aban be wo ye adwuma papa it is so he Ghana ofo man mu ni na ohamu chemu ade wotwenum 85% ana omanya nyinam kani adem empo niaka be so ohamu nchemu eye edunum 15% na omunya bi afi we no aban no behwe na enkuro ahodo be se aha asa ade wotwe omunyina omu kania ebe koso na aboa ama omu nso enya nkania na omu ade aye adwuma na asamba ko nso okan ya tagefo wa omanfo ete de pa wo kirem se junior high school students wonum eba be wie school no omu school fees ana se omu registration fee no aban no afa wo kirem a afimpi no ne aduonu no mu emofra 403,878 empem aha 9 miensa aha nwotwe edioson wotwe eni afimpinu eni eduonu no mu ana mu registration fee no aban no fae na afimpinu eni eduonu ba ko 2021 so emofra 416,066 empem aha 9 dunsia echiripo ediosia ensia abani kiremu a omu registration fee no aban no apa eno eye ba ko ebetu dwa na Ghana nyina sika biye so ye Ghana ni mapapa ye ka no ekosoro pa na okirem se Ghana ka no apeja bodu 291 billion Ghana cedis that's all here ye GDP ni na ye ka no 76.1% of yen gross domestic product no na so gina emu wa hamu nchemu adioson 76% edaka so chini ya gani wono ka ho bi enti odaka so
me de men ka ho bi na emom odim kwa me pos wo ho me de men ka ho bi na emom ma bisa Mami embisa slide so wasembise bi o ha bia na obebo ama yetua saka do
ska we license da noso we record all the noso
enoso sa
Debbie
enti omo be la sumila ejio mbenye ska no
ska anko ana me catch us abani mobosia no fantua contractors ka uti omo ka contractors benye ska editua workers ka workers benye ska ato motoma kudwa so na wasa ato mo tax. That's how you run the nation. You pump the money into the people's hand and you tax them and get it back. Because when you buy taxes no or when business you are the tax. Wouldn't be able to buy your tax. So that's how you run the nation. Let the people have money, you tax them and you get the money to run the nation. Now don't Now America forecasting. Britain America China call your party with some America. GDP just go be out you. Obia GDP I'm saying 76 now. I said Japan when you are your mobile son and I had idea.
All right. Kwame, so Sly as a walk on I want to say.
Okay. Eti Momo abo na momra Ghana metua moka. Yes I am tias. Mo munyimu yeso. It's already said 291 billion Ghana cedis. Ana o man no eka akogina. Na no chirem say you external debt. External debt na say no 141 million external debt and internal and domestic no and so 149.833 billion here enya some kitwa na encha so say achechire kwa ketua bia kamu contractors ka mo di wo mo bosia hodo ya buru nyina eka sa eka ya ye boboso no na budget no aban de eto foforo e bai baako aye COVID-19 levy ya odiaba na say we to a oman ye ba betua na abo ma COVID-19 ya dia ben yetimi asoso anom na ochem say what you have nchemu baako whereas 1% e dey to national health insurance levy so and pay VAT what rate no so what the 1% atoso a eno no obete na ode akwakotua COVID-19 ho ka hodo oman egusu a ye berenom ordinary to nchen a eto ba kwa ba sanitation and pollution levy na say ahonedie ho nsem ena se betua to ho na ndi okiremu a petrol hodo a ye ton e Ghana hanom ana ode 10% ato liter ba ko bia so sabe ye be ba obete na nso ya ahonedie ho nsem yetimi ade asiesie enti we eto ahodo mienu a eba ya eni aban no ede abam na wasaso de atodwa say income tax adrop what the achomo be say 4 quarters na the first quarter of 2020 no or the chomo say le be ya COVID-19 abe omo be hare wo mo na omo atumi aye adwuma na bibia so timi akoso sans na ensuo ne nkania ka we say odi mafiri no wo chese wasa twim akosi June bosome na wiye enti sabre ya yeko nyano se mrasem jafie omoje budget ni tuma Ghana for family kwa nsuo ne enkene aka enso omo eba na omo aba be fa no kwa wo de no tum chen ya ensempo bi osan boss so budget ni mu eye enwumasua okirema ebroma mpenda da John Dramani Mahama etiso so best or C E blocks there's a community day senior high school 200 ko we as na best diana pebi no asie na no okirema mo baaye no omatwa so ama won atumi asima akoma 28 ya omampeni dada eja ho no omaba wie e de afiri ho ma eno nso obo ho amane ewo ho wasanso e de atodwa se afiomahwe se public person no ombabo ho ban na de bi omo kantie ho hwe wase ombabo ho ban se be ya Ghana ye niska na nyakunyaku ne nko wiase no enko bro ni a ye de ani bu se ye be die no so and so kan ni na bom die a na se budget no onum e de atodwa na afei na masebja fonse kwatransen na omo ato adwe.
All right. So the chances
of basically in slide. So by yeah said. And some ho etwagu na ba ko akamu aye kumase asem. Central market. What the budget nkomo bia na de no ato asodam.
All right. So in this case no Kanea obey any free till June. That yeah Kanea any free with Dumso issue, how is he resolving that?
Well, pass what do so. Na no question is over Ashanti region other parts of the country. In Sunko, na say in Suaban so ne ma. En Kenya so emma. Ti una obusa say ne free no crown and say. Ni na say ye ne Greek of wedding common. It's actually electricity company of Ghana din common. Eba power generation na Greco na omudiama electricity company of Ghana omonso ache e dia ba consumers enti no Greco for dia tudwa ana ba na ECG for egu Greco so ana Greco dia tudwa say no kwasem ni nansen omunya ohaw bi ewo omu transmission sites ahodo no na say ohwe ye tie friend high tension no omu ye kania ni wi a saa enyema na omu de famu nansa na adru ECG kwa omu so ache no ebi wo hono ma ohaw kese pa ba ho na nansen nsu ne mframa jampantrudu a ebofo manim no ene ma na ba saa ibasa also on the produce and as on the generative power no edu baby no na say baby omu gas free no omu sunya ohaw ignore say omu atwentwen omu dwuma omu yensu kakras na say de nyame adom gas na ban indi dum so no anya de aba omu behwe na ebra no omanfo nya kanea ewe ni ebusa yesi di na mo so di aso na mo kan ana mo so di atu ya say o yedum so na ebubu na nkrofo twedja tum transform abeti ne jatom to any so one fixing the idea, let's actually crack into ECG in Greek combination. Then can see a big now, so I'm a baby as what me up. There's a month for this to say, I didn't hear doom so bet me above, and saying Cachosa. On little chance in Zuma. In so many best in Zuma.
Nah, it's your so Ghana one.
The Etienne say, in Suno, and one quatch. One said in so I think he is son so, and I Ghana Water Company son so. Now almost the much phone. So almost the galamsa say no. Bola ni mura near the matron de lamsen so about safe. In German so no, almost on this why Cano was so. Anna the umber sons of Kraluman yabi brenat said the cannon munyan. In German more bread papa, and I do a bit something canyon a year, Juma. Think canyon a cowum sa. Now if I'm more machines in your men in Edin, chance almost sounds of sort as a how bere, no can't be, and I'm soon Emma. In Janam some amount for a crowd, I want to create. Many a basic car. They said yet ya some so, yet ya some so pa, and yas and Kitram. Zobusaya, then Chimwa, a woman.
Right, Sly was in Bisabi way home.
No,
Like the budget as a whole.
Kumasi still want be now, the Sopra Kumasi and also more another avenues be.
You were Barakasa Dam and you or Wabeda. And he's over here. Swaka see me in the pa, best and fear do me kind of call. So, what do any bones when this one or the Supreme? The sun in Sun City, not in Swat as strong as an old cry. Hey, a Tiaba form. Now, okay, means so being conscious and grow for Ahon. Okay, cheap. I had I tea. I have a chama Ghana for Yeti, a galamsina seno. Or I be damn say. So do all my so no, I saw water force no. Yeah, I say a full before an assassin free. And so that was as a free possible. And it's sunny. Yeah, no, so fine. No, ticket the camp. The answer among son so parting in Sucroyan Nominia. No, my bread. The can say no same for the bear back community in Sucronia. And there a bear for the bears and pray do so. And I'm going to say, if you are saying so, Nominia.
No, me patrol. Again, I ban a year, sir, over to like pipe bomb water, so we to ensure in so. Now, Anya Krano, say a year idea for Pompey good tank, Mukra, beton man for me, fisher no, be save for, from getting water. Since, crass idea, I know the Aban was to save you, and I want to save you. It is none near as a school way as to my old student in the years project how to so this is a cost like 300 million, which is 30,000 Ghana cedi. And I was as a matter because as a ban was Shabisa.
Says Jabisa or capture our budget in Mammy. The Ghana and the ABBA are commercial chair and a moon. To say the buyer no casa plan how do maybe in the idea or capture no budget no. We only be as home. Semi cousin she do also any not nature, not a true. Also, how she have politics of convenience. Politics of convenience is or how instead say a better innovate. Now, a pinch explanation your king a quite back when also letting you to Tunsu. Said the Ghana water crowd letting make provisions. Said yeah, a man everywhere now crowd or make me a tune to papa, no more man for any send nearby a chair water bill, 10 pesos, 20 pesos near the chair, build operated transfer, in a bit me. Yes, and yet ana kakra no aban de na pressure also saa pipe yi mutumi bie na nadwo wine e ba churo sa akra foforo dwo nso ba so na etwa ya we na ni bia sa budget ntin mi nkasa nhye bi sa ho no chense bia NG obi na akra bi ala se ombe boa bo manfo de a fine na aban no de budget no wan capture bibia sa wo.
Now, me say those days, so now post office name the other government institutions, not to meet the tank. Almost feeling so they go to some areas, be now they be so now. I mean, show where they give it to people free into the bucket, setting area, no so now, and to say the tank will be empty. Then they make sure say at least will be get 1 or 2 buckets. Are they still doing that? And I say, survival one, I be person survival and one produce.
Asabre na politician no music edi ene politicians abadi ene ma so papa oni music edi ndi jani ma wenya de ombe ye de ama wo he amenka ncho barkas e ho na da ne wo insuo short toy wo ho no mbese na wotwe miensa no munye nsuo no da mo na no kra munye nsuo no yentimi afa tank and supply o nan tse ne etikumase motuam ene kumase ye a nsuo ni entem kwa tententimi ya bibia sa nkoso Ghana ha no.
Right, Kwame, but Central Market the unit of my na you know quite.
That's it. Central Market in change the quality ma in 81 na omo yes sick the phone in brand baswan omo to the phone in every ho no ma buja no esne fofo na nhia na de won say ansa na ombetu adwadefo no ombepe ba bia mo matena sa de be ya omuye adwane wie omasan da adwa no de ama wo mo na eno ana nansen ye osare hu say ombe nchense abegi dwa no ho a mutumi ne ha mutu ye say mo me be bia ntan mo so mo ba betu ye mpene ene nansen entokwa akoso kumasi abonde adwadefo ni ke me nya sam keto akra ye be ko ya chesen na enye betesa ni na nke mfo anom na anu ada ye ho sa ni hu se dwelefo ni na aso wo hu o manu anu take from me ni ko bie ye koyo mu kirem a embenifo tu o mum ba bi ntan to mba ko ne en ko kina bubu eye ban no a o mba di dwa no hu nyina ma e ma mbe mu ye so mo nko e kire ne mbenifo ba so masiesie abinchi market any race course market e de ama dwelefo ne se o mo zone 1 and zone 2 say can zone 1 and zone 2 as zone 1 one no a force lie be a ton force na hosopa je for mo ko be se baboro sans na ko zone 2 ho na your chance ya jo so on sma bia jo so yo you ma so mo so ko be mpimi no akeso mo dos pa na e ba yi ana na no da regional minister ono abo Simon Semensa ono ayen centrofo hye mo ni keme me no nyina de tudwa so ma siesia bench market any race course market nyame ya domo a enne memene day ene da etwa to so de fo nyina efri mu na omukọ eye ankon umetime budwa no ya eno eye nsema de fo nte ho ene de fo no
Kwame position huye kakawa
me local shops eniyama wo mutumi lock no na bia mu kono so no enya lock zemben vo ampe ba bi papa mo man tra mu nko so ni besi na no penfo se chinchi no mo mfrim so mu de mu kirema MPP abana de mu hamo wadi mu hamo pa iso abana ba bia di kumase fo egura topere wadi kumase fo elim twitwi fo enso abaye atu yo mu kirema kumase fo na to ba no ma mo de do pa empo ebele koto ban central market traders nyina ne kejetia omu declare one day say no bi ankodwum until so ba to aba na madwum ya omu declare sa da ne koto aba nsan ye campaign di ma NPP aba mo din punim afi o ba ye na be hura tene kon ye twap mo na se tentene ne nsam de e ma no bro so bi pa ye kwen aso bu san ye enti omu say omu chim na se mpenfo ba for so chuma omu ntu omu na bere be ba mpenfo do hi omu mo nso ba chire sampa kokrobuti e wotumi so obu sa central market asam na dia ene da etwa to a o se gedi fo ni mu efi nya me machine ko be di chira hwe so mako na so mu na so ne ba edi mu nkra asa be so mu
yo ino beba yera wase ne edwuma pa moye adi enu echiri maye na ne ebeko bia no o de update abre fire one ahwefo ni tifo.
Okay. Madam Aspa,
before you go, Sly was Bisau Frada.
Let me be such a finance minister. They say, Obama me a convert and now they say no Yaboni dinner so or Tiabuche ever cool weather.
Obaba, yan nti ese nche bi obaba na wako akọ vetting committee no no ma vetting no. Na fa ba me no nya ma ye di ono abo se chi mensa bonsu. Na ehwe chi.
On a finance acting finance minister and I say whatever.
Acting.
Hey, yo, yeah, that's it.
Caretaker.
That's why I saw what you mind on.
Yeah, so basically he's the interim for now. Kwame, you better was say, because our boy Edubafa, Muhammad Husuye, the Yabijawo. All right, so that was Kwame Janum Boateng, a correspondent out in Ghana, in the Ashanti area. Yeah, I must say, with the good works you guys are doing. If you're on, please do like, share, comment, follow. Please, lines are open so free to call, contribute, bring your ideas, ideas, and what will move this country forward. The question today is President Akufo-Addo on track to transform Ghana? Do you think he's on track or not? Bring your thought, bring your ideas. WhatsApp number +1 720 238 1489 +1 720 238 1489. Okay, Sly. So with all of this budget, with all that is going on, this is not a first budget for the past 4 years. Like every year, be a new budget. Every year, be a new budget. But I don't see any change because there's with the address to the nation and the budget, like it's the same thing hand in hand. Their plans, the big things, what they want to do, and the money they want to spend. So should Parliament approve this budget?
Parliament took us on approve the NEM, you know, Yagi. On Ghana Parliament, it is American Parliament, on Macassi. Say, Senator Macassi, and that's a White House of Macassi, okay. Any you will free. Now, you do it. Ghana, the Egypt, I didn't that too. Now, as long as a parliamentarians almost budget to media, I just market to answer and some money to. That's like a 200 years, say, you find the and they both MPP and this will be able to. But me, one time, me idea, me need to. What this budget is to go back into the old, infrastructures are abandoned, the isolated ones, big Abani is not caring for. A big start from Lawrence Apenso, Kufu Apenso, Atameza Apenso, Mahama Apenso, even Akufo-Addo Apenso, as that project in the sky, if the government is able to finish it, that will also create job for others. On the channel. And only idea, they did mention me on this budget manager, honestly. Budget idea manager one is idea because it is something I can once my address here. You question said how difficult it is. Say project what do 90% and 80%. Now I can bet 20% I never finish it. Then say we cost starting a new project.
Yeah.
Which one will cost much? And then here's kakasi. And then sometimes some of the projects can be a one so it's in a place some conform who never critique you. But yeah, by the way, in a sense, oh Muhammad started here, oh Atamesh started here, oh Kufon started here, oh Ransom, and so what? And you got idea.
Yeah.
And you got a sika.
Yeah,
it's not taxpayers' money. Sure, we are with the buyers, yeah. So say, would it 10% by better petrol? So say, but what the percentage that also? Say, no, she says, as far as America, okay. Vaccine, you could say, oh, but Tassim go for other controversy. Vaccine had no more, yes, I bet Tassim. Oh, what Tassim, we are not supporting donation, but we're not in the blood club. Here's the thing, sir. Like I said, no, Sky, you need people in your nation to tax them to run your nation. About Mosca, Unkeska, I am Kofosika and Autiti, and I don't run your mind. So you tax them. So why don't you pay them and you tell them internal debt of 149 billion Ghana cedis. Internal. What the teacher for car, the nurses car, the lawyers, why don't you pay these people? And you tax them. How do you tax them? On my top of you tax them. On my part, to be a tax deduction. It's a way if you say abandonment media generating more money to run the nation. But at this point, somebody man can buy no scatter but with on this budget, the industries now companies now come here so any bigger hospitals. You can imagine number of people bit my higher or more employed in the hospital. It be so many projects. And new park have before most Akufo-Addo or more unemployed.
So you have students coming. You can. The crowd of people, because we kept talking about project being left unattended and like the past 4 years no so investigations. They say no why you now or they can budget no one to attend to those projects na say saying.
Scar 40 years come to me investigation. I'm gonna make a show.
So now we should applaud him for adding that they are going to take care of it.
Scar, let's say this. Whoever the contractor no oyen contractor na the project in the man, they paid him. They scam Scan it went through a certain channel. Ghana sika yen tam cash near the amount. The amount check. And the check was deposited in somebody's account. And the sign upon no wine. And the entire sign upon the end no kasa okay. You discuss it now. To printers to computers my laptop, my say away. And I just can't know they want to take it to 1 week in fact. And just I know what I said 4 years. But me, I like the idea to back out all this investigation and focus on the project. And here, finish the project, and then you pursue those people who are on the nation. Just as I would know. But for the meantime, that project, wait till they employ for the you have nurses, you're graduating nurses. You're graduating a lot of teachers, a lot of doctors. What they need hospital, I would become very juma. The still come for not child hospital, doctor consultant, not Dr. Benny ritual, or say the student can be to Quarabian. Meanwhile, that student, why his student can do be a 3 years. Which that person can be of his home. What I say? Commitment in the home. Why? Because only maybe I walk up into so did you Dr. Bina so for nothing. So until you finish all this project, you post them over there, ship them over there, let them build the experience over there. At the point, also make the experience, no more training for. They can be going to senior doctor for the rest of their life. It is coming future. This is the thing now. Me managing what the government is what decided so bad. They can make put their staff that session here. The parliamentarians are into now you push it. Nessa or their corner na cause akoko that day. Yet they are constantly I feel then they are doing something else, which is also very bad. Like you said, if they will just boycott their manifesto and those things and their focus on all these things I need a better man. Manifestos in there more mine. These things and a dear better the benefits are no and share now or can was a maybe so a teacher for any school dying boom and then Kwada Siadi will be assay. School dying Clomini being so tired this we just school call and then so tired man Kalakofi Aqualano what to blog or suit as aircraft. That's anyhow right if all this the government have to look at it. I said or the free education side man, you have to consider all this. We have to consider all this. Now, many of the message and say, no, and Timamufon penny for who do Chrono money. They should push the government. Scott, we don't hear be that's a subject. I get your crown, Ukrum, yes, school die effort, Ukrum no more heifer. Again, we have some break. Now, here in the Sunya, now, you make a video now that be our Quara group, Echo Sadia, Mutu Yasin, Pokon Yasin, Shadia, and Tray. Teacher in the crown, and man encouragement to fan charge. Mesere abano ne budget or diko so but it parliamentary sisika so na kaja or the ahwe man and that's what they hear you man makabwa. It's like every time no make no abano should pay the internal debt there. At least if you have the external that's fine, but internal need this car. What I would say is a yes, the person may use word we say a kwasiabuo, but a yes, but in the way no it's a kwasiabuo. What am I saying that? Because we have some of the workers getting paid and others also rejected to get paid.
Yeah.
What am I saying that? Teachers won't getting paid, nurses getting paid, but parliamentarians every single month. Abujo Marawas, Abujo pay every month. See, I would help my bank say, Bosomi has 1 month. April 2 weeks, 3 weeks, an hour, you can say, on job parliamentarians, can say demonstration come in.
You know, that won't be, that is not, it's not even still fair because if you don't pay, it's still back there, especially teachers. I want us to watch this video before we continue, but before the video, let me read a few comments. With a comment back one, it seems like I'm not sure if it's a question or a suggestion, or I'm not sure, but I want to read that so now you know how to address this. From Caroline Johnson, I'll say, great show. She's a sharer. Thank you for sharing. Kofi Ghana, share. Thank you guys for sharing the stream. Continuing to share, follow, like, and also from Jones, Jake for me says authentic program. So from William Sunday entry, this is what he's saying. He's saying stop lies while Europe has stopped the AstraZeneca vaccines. And do you people think the vaccine that was brought to Africa is the same as the Europeans have? Like, with that being said, say AstraZeneca, I don't. Right now, what we do know is say they were producing some in Australia and some in India. So the one from India, was what was shipped to Ghana. That is what we do know. I'm not sure if the formulas are different, but it seems like they're the same vaccine here. And I hope this answers your question. Slime, what you want to add to this?
Scar, which is wrong. A very wrong. Why am I saying wrong? Huh? Friends, I need one in the China. You can say a mass production to China for cheap labor.
No.
The thing is in Europe, Oxford. It's a mass production in Oxford. Yet in Europe, Colombia, South Ghana, India. May I say? 2. Once every year mass production in India, I didn't man donate the Indians. Or the Indian president, our person can say, okay, my production into the Muma Ibi. And I want to born so many years to me. India for the but Ghana near the warriors. I don't want to, go into my, but I mean, very wrong. Looking at how the whole thing started, how it end up in Ghana, very wrong. Let's look at this. After the mass production, the Indians, Indians, Nagasana, Oman Toby. It be a Norman Donatia man. But Thomas Sefokoma Ghana, free. And Scadia, so what's good is Cabasa and Nuadran, Mamma, Atiema, Mediama will be. What's some yam no Ghana? Mammy can't get.
When do be?
Oh, mammy be me. Let's have me. Me be. Oh, mammy be can't get.
I get that.
Never what am I Ghana? They are come over. I don't need matem. Now, make her come no, I don't need matem.
Then you have to, like, there will be fishy. Say, is there something in there? And you put Yamana to be of course, somewhere else. So, William, I hope this answers your question. Thanks for commenting and putting this out there. If you're now joining, please do share, like, follow. Call. We have our lines open. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas, if you want to call and contribute, please do share. And Ghana and that's a wow vaccine. You can call and share your experience with it. What you felt, the side effect. If that will help people to also go and get theirs. well, we want what is best for the country, and that is why we are here. Ebia will be so. Wawa will be no for our chebra. Me say you share free SHS Ghana very good, but right now the teachers national Ghana National Association of Teachers, no, their general secretary is making a complaint about food shortage and funding and stuff. So let's see what he's got to say.
We cannot say that the schools should be there, no food, no money. How do you run? Attempts have been made, and it looks like there are challenges. And if there are challenges, then come out to tell the people what to do. But to create the impression like all is well, we cannot say all is well. So we are saying that by the close of next week, the duty bearers must tell us something. The schools are on their knees. If nothing is done, we might be here and we hear that the schools will have to be closed down. Not because government is closing down the schools, but there will be nothing to take care of the children in the schools.
So, well, free education is good. Are they getting the proper things that they need, the equipment, the food to feed the kids? What is going on out there? We want to know why this is so. Because you can't send a kid to school for them to be hungry. Like a couple of weeks ago, yeah, they were in CO need by, well, in the Ashanti area, old student of, I think, in the 70s went over to help with water. Now it's food and funding. So what is the deal on that?
I feel the teachers have to be on their feet. They have to really communicate into the ministry. Mm-hmm. They have to get across every information and every funds from the ministry. I believe even in beginning of the school will be impono. As I said, at least 1 month, and then as time goes on. They will be getting, all the time. But the point is, what he's saying is that it's not the government is shutting down the schools, no. But there will be no fun, no. It's whose fault? Fine, I don't know, say you don't budget maybe it's kind of my fine, no. But the point is that I know they should get a mass supply. Mm-hmm. If you want to run like a school feeding, the government should have something like a warehouse in each region or in each district. What I said, into region beyond this to piano, or warehouse, the school go over there and get the supply. And now I need to understand some matrons, no. Because I remember those days the matrons have to go to a doom, pizza near, more prices, back bagging, so, and it to be a service, it be a proper near yam in your that's not the point. But if you have a place, a location where they have to get all the supply from, and what we say, I had that abandoned near Ninawo. Into bus a voucher, what do listen no voucher BBA near low do now the coast school not supply. So if they have to run it like week by week or 2 weeks by 2 weeks and answer every month, which is more better. But on the more serious note, if you want to handle the teachers and the matrons and everybody, the money, the government will face that problem. Because if the food supply is not coming from the government, but the government is using the money for them to go and buy it, only that problem. Why? Because sometimes there will be fun in the coffee. But if they order food in the mass, then we are not saying, about what to Bruno, a guho, and more, and one guho, by year, guho, which are a guho. Every PI is in the warehouse. So there's people over there who they go, they take it from there. And it's much easier. But like you say, when to me dictates, why is the reason why they have to shut down the school? All that he's saying is that there will not be money or something.
So there's no funding, enough funding in the food shortage. So so why is that shortage? Is it because buying the contracts being they are not doing what you're supposed to be doing and funding more money so na senti no munya is country and feeding the students and what is going on?
Can you go to the SS now? Senior high one.
Yeah.
And then the matrons and the kitchen people, they take care of their feeding.
Yeah.
But you go to the junior side, which the food have to come on. For what I know, say the school, there's I don't think it's the school who going for somebody says so no more. The government will give you as much as money in the year. It be a school we as soon as we get the contract now more. And I work outside the last time they were showing us some of the food no more fish and yet there
we talked about that last year.
We talk about that. But my point is that government, you know, as I say, who said this is the menu. Menu Monday wouldn't know it, Tuesday wouldn't know it, Wednesday wouldn't know it, Thursday wouldn't know it, the 4 week wouldn't know it. You have the menu.
I quite remember there was a time there was issue with the matrons and you sued the proper funding. I scared them and share and they were keeping stuff for themselves and like in the normal cotton they were shopping out of it. So when I caused the issue still and I say there is something more else to that.
It's part of it. And then I might say is a major part of it because say now the contract now mammy. So me call central marketer. I'll go where I'll get a cheap stuff. Because me turn a mass. It say me turn for 4. So that me noir ingredients will be better, scanning be better. So the next day I will use it. But the point is, if they get it from a supply for a certain warehouse or a certain area, and who quite here. And then at the end of the week, and as at the end of the month, they come and pay you. It will not to supply no. No one there you are more, not a bad chauka. But so who is going to say the Panasamoska?
No, and also what you're saying also makes sense. So, we'll plead to the government to look into that, and since there are food in abundance in Ghana, how to transport it to the market. So the government can do something with this, open up warehouses, get the food in, and do like they'll pick up the food from there and cook. Then you pay them for their services. I think that is a good idea. So maybe say you move on. You heard this video about a school building in part of Ghana is so up for a couple of years.
Any headmaster in Kasa no say school need dime swap for the past 2 years. Na moframa ekum. So moframa da switch team. Na ubuza on say baby a school wo omuni MC, omuni DC, omubi. Sabu sound says baby a school we elections and I say na ehonye electoral center na ho electoral center. MPs need some people ni alcohol campaign. Look at how happily Mofran are. Mofran with even the structure. So you can imagine say you renovate M1 just even with one V8. It might be very near secure Mofran future. How can these children be compared to the children in Europe? I mean how? So I can say for no Mako school our Bruchina ban. Mat talk as I can see no more team no more core villages called campaigns. Kwan we and so back 2 minutes. Now we will back kwasi bi be comment say na Ghana say Jimmy.
Yes, you'll be anywhere by the year. And you know what? As a negative thought, negative mindset, ne was say as every Ghanaian you jai na you can say in kakra ebesi ayana say bin mo ho mutia kwanto mu, you know what is here, but in conversation they will say obi no obetumi aye Ghana ye. And some of these folks are really part of this government and things, but they says obi ntumi ye ye obi betumi aye ye if we all change our mindset and say yes, it can be done, we can do it. It always starts from one step. Like let's say like a baby little step. When a little baby is starting to walk, they take a little step. One. And she said, "Ka yebejai kasa kese neto nanka ya tiso. Anani wa ya to dada na afifu from yen sign koto from bishim." Right? And also with this fuel issues, no, the Bemum paying for no, that free vouchers for fuel, and you be more responsible and take part and buy their own fuel. This all of this stuff, no, that money, no, will can also go into doing because a car with this budget here, you really with a car that whole memu na and paying for free fuel, and you're fair. Most people are not getting their fair share out of the country. In this school like this, no, Sly, what will be your intake on this? Because we are pleading with the government to attend to this. Really urgent.
Also, school like this now we're in school.
But that is what they have.
Scam. The mechanic say, what is the reporter that kind? Into ECB anyhow. MPB anyhow. Enti ohini bi anyhow. Enti minister bi na sa area ho. Hwa on say wo ba kasa Ghana kwanya mo ti akra sebe ti se na ko e kan mo cancer fu no do atam. Because oba no the land cruiser na fam baaye. Wo so ba dia bobo ya na be fam wo de tiko na ko fam. Enti be na wo kankam. O se de so ne level ne tie. Na ho land cruiser wo so o se de car ni sim nim ko e so fam.
Sorry.
What I say? Where say before ba? That's the do baby say so Mrs. African no more than 10. Now the car be fam ko do a cha no ma fa ma before. Ska is very bad. It's very bad. We shouldn't even call this as a school. Where at the side here will be die be at say that we to say kabi uko die be that be a siwa say museum to say na bi na tira munti no ye pese ye bese no ye fa ne se de ne sitete no na se ko fon he na what they can school down. No, come on, which is bad, really bad. I am Guasio. Now we some senti up no of friend who say, but on the most serious note, obi anya person by MP, obi anya person by doctor, obi anya person by teacher. Obi anya be nurses home. Every class scientist ka pilot nyina wo. As you look at how we are treating them. Look at what they are going through before they can even come out. Iti obedu baby no afi ahuchire nti onimade no so ntimi ko school no bi. Ahuchire nti skadi ni honti no onimade wanya support aso de ko ekua. Ebiso ananka nyanya yi no. Mr. is the future of the nation, yes, the future of the nation, which is based on education, and the na se nindia kore betim dia mo na me we teacher niska we teacher ni wona school na no school kra be e wi dawso so ni be oya
and you kra tom bedding yeah and this is not the first. We have a lot that I would like to put that together for a whole show and talk about it because this person issues they need immediate attention. There was one too up in the northern part of the country an kolati form isua de ebiti abonten ebi nya akwadwa ntena so omoda form na you know very sad. Kids are willing to go and learn, but they don't have the proper equipment that will enable them to do that. Akonya anken sese be ya they hard for like we said the other time timba ni nyanya Ghana ni free, so how hard it is to provide them with chairs desks to learn very hard.
I have because baby a Ghana say ye penny for 7 you be jumping so you dry no e bi kura PhD e bi kura one in law PhD and one in there can be bebre wurai and I'm a court for makoha and a day ska nim dia na wanya no so wonim dia e won ko sua dia wade bu na mfa nya adwuma 7 wa misu na so dam because Uba America say no out there school what transform
no
when you are sitting no could do some matter condition I feel say I want to grana pejaka chese but you expect somebody who you are praying say who are almost one name as a minister as a medical doctor as a lawyer as a teacher as a nurse Oba so the one na phone usadi shame on you Meanwhile, your sons and your children are sitting in somewhere comfortable, learning. But you are putting somebody under a tree, sitting on the floor, and a block. I don't want to be artist. I don't know what you're so. God have mercy on them. I would rather want more papa because on this idea, very bad. This is something that I believe the budgets have to capture. And no matter that we have to go back and address it. This is what the government has to focus on. Now we have some manifesto number 25 pages, 35 pages, 100 pages. Now we can't go for continue and so go back from there. This is what we have to focus on. This is something we have to deal with. And yes, I know, no one they be able to talk gas good camp. Yeah, the camp there, look, President about convoy bed 35. I was watching a queen in England. All from Nepal's echo one of the another location. Neka wotim and a kabaku dietri, moto dienimu, and a kabaku dienimu. Asa
was there a V8?
Why? Well, you see, was it Rose like it and a Range Rover Baku dietri, and a Range Rover Baku dienimu, and a moto Bako. Omiamiensa, Mienu, Estopokano, never Baku dienimu sa on the coin. And I'm little good even I was a boss. Look at this. I don't call it from the boss, come very way, me buy me quiet. On the way, South Africa never can the convoy there 45.
The encourage coming around. Oh God, with all that
from Independence Square. If the government is moving from Independence Square, from Jubilee House to Independence Square, cars I can hook cars Bible 50. Motor riders I can hook motor rider bear 30. One hour the left right the DNU. I said no more must stop for crime. Police for near year cars said best stop. Why? Is it that like whole international like domestic to be hosa? Say quite aside the soldiers sleep police for crime or so land cruiser. No but your body a group near Jeja only a tiny do twice say are they your all this for so be a nususka just show off waste of money. Waste of resource. It's time we want to develop the country. No, I see it to me save scars. One save scar. What mean your project?
Okay,
you save money, you make a project.
All right. So in this case, even with this huge budget red and with the stuff that we're seeing still going on, there are some issues I don't want to touch today. Due to we'll be about to wrap up from here now, we'll bring it more and other stuff in coming weeks. But with this huge budget, near car at Daho Moka, and Parliament has to debate this and approve this to move on. Near Kane Daho, no. What is your thought? Send on more approachy this because I can't say, see, yeah, into a bridge, I remember church because of my Nedeka.
I am very catching. I'll make it catches. Let me tell you this. And one day I told you this. And I'm say idea project industry and project I to on Baba and me qua Sabaja to manage home. Other than that, Bibian will be interested. Bibian, and mammy my niches out or man back on no because I had another year 419. I did another year. Scout when you're scanning by the family. I did another year. I mean, I be about president, be the same every year. Like I said, the only side I'm going to manage on this budget. If you are paying your 2,000 crowns, because that piano for a cost your coin. What I say, that be a unsu beba. That be a Kenyan and the Beginaso. That's in a Texas for Omurishan Mombushaka a crash no to I was 7 years old.
No, they were not prepared for that, yeah.
But on the most serious note, you will get all that you need. You have your setup. No, because see a Jews we see to the service that we need, you provide.
Yeah. On that note, Sikasabodi taking, they're providing. During the vetting, this came out with the sanitation minister, Omar Provuno, with this money allocated in her ministry to be used, even just in Accra. That money, and I thought it was huge enough to even reach out to the rest of the country. So you better tax citizens, no, into that. Sanitation ministry, so with that, and with this new budget, other money going to be allocated over there, what should Ghanaians do? Because to say bola no issue na ekoso timemufo ne nso ka ho. I don't want to touch that today. I want that to be in coming week we'll talk about that issue, What should Ghanaians do?
They started with the Zoom live on June President before time. When the Junes are on Emma will be a B to put your trash and everything, no matter picky. But the thing was, okay, fine. Now the government is coming with a new plan, which he's taxing the citizen with another little tax. So the tax to the sky, they say you're free. I said, "Buy no uhusa ubchebina mobia." Now the bottom besua, and you're free. Free to the extent that you buy a brand new car. Zoom like a car, and they want to be for ball and no to grow. I'm going manaka supposed to be afford this.
Wow.
See, Damia, you are dona. Oh, Yamia, you are dona. So can't be said to friend. And then you move on. But I'm not going to popping somebody per can. After France, I'm want to.
Wow.
If the government is charging these people, now you are charging them, invest in that, buy a new tracks. Now I prefer, now feel almost such tracks, Scott, almost I prefer, now almost such tracks, If you hire people, you put the truck over there, and Scott, I get back what Ghana again. It's such tracks ring now, eco waste to eco waste. You have two different bins. One for recycle, one for trash.
So look at this video on there. Accra, a busy road near the Bola Akusisio. So I say you said the trash company now, Omoti, in first time Zoom Lion, they're supposed to take care of this. It's all no Marcos Sanom de Abesio, and now be fear the end of Wasano, the Akwesi quite on what train say, Bra buying baby cleaning it up, and then you see on Tonem Fanning call. What is the deal on this?
Ghana, what you take is one person to have the courage to start something.
Yeah.
The majority of them will join.
Will follow.
Yes, if you do more. The only answer will be the border back to and that why I didn't say, will be the border to and can't get some from the Kusi. No, so that I cannot with their banner with their who know who I trust. But if now the government want to charge them, we don't have to see this. If you see this in Accra in somewhere, whoever be the sanitation minister have to be arrested. Because now you are charging the citizen.
So who do we arrest here? We arrest the minister? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the minister.
Oh. Why so?
It's every department. Say parliament you busan horseman. Say in fact sky you donate my okọ vegetable you busan horseman. No, chances can be or done, I'll be a
And I even have a recent picture of the outdoor. That's why I said I really didn't want to touch this today, and we'll bring it an updated picture. And when you see it, I'll say we're cleaning the outdoor base and what I know.
Yes.
Is this the cleaning? Is that all she can do? And
Sky your funny problem and some and navigate the almost see. I want to be 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, I see a cleaning. Just for people to see, say, oh, there was people inside Odona and no one here. That's our problem. We will start, we will finish. That's the biggest problem in Ghana. You better send me go. You better start hey. Oh, you get that. Yeah, they are 40%. Yaku you know 50%. You started 20, 30, 40 now. We will even finish it. That's the problem. And whoever get the money will chop it. Nothing will happen. Nobody will ask him. He won't go anywhere. No, they sit down to talk us. No, your parties I can say. That's That's the problem we have. But the problem is, let's hold whoever responsible for that. You hold it accountable. Like I said, that minister press conference. The media people have to approach him and ask him so many questions. They have to call him on the TV. They have to call him on the radio. They have to let him, whoever, organize the press conference. Now, all explaining why. I saw explaining why it says hard and then with that, we hold people responsible for what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Or what they did. And then accountability in the Juma.
Yeah.
And then everybody will know, and then they may just come and say, Ghana for the Panaso. But Sky, we are here, can say, what the upper minister, MPP minister for environmental one, sanitation one, because the politics. And the best as in a wish hunting, and they said, almost that time, and they says, but the question is, the person, no, I guess that's why in San you tell cow, you kiss Canamo. Say now, I guess I contribution of China and Edibayo. And your woman would take Ghana, no. Yes, I took to my and your private sectors for the how more. Because Ghana, Kramo, we should private cars from yesterday. And your best of 40%. The mass will be maybe 50%. The other 50% of the citizens, I will take it commercial. If you crowd, some of them, or more cars, VIP in the deco. What VIP? What tier some of it? What you have VIP? What's what tier says can be? What on sure? What tier be? It will be beer over to a Ghana beer. What tier be? Obi trouble who could write trouble or now could be what tier be because Nippon or Tobano or Coffin, they accept a transport to Mamma. It's a part of it. So Coffin, you were the ticket, that's a general one city. Then was started synergy in 2 cities on what tier into 2 cities on so have a charm. It is always in Ghana, in everywhere, people who suffers are the consumers. Exactly. Because the consumers, they have nothing to say. They have nothing to do. Rather to consume the product, and by consuming the product, that you are paying the cost.
Yeah.
What you say? The manufacturer, the producer, whoever it is, one day they tell you the need but the consumer need to be.
All right, so let's see people reacting to the citizens in Ghana to gas prices and fuel prices because through our Ghana. Let's show this, and hopefully the government will do something about it.
We, the common class people, use a lot of fuel in our transportation. The supply chain demand, food supply from production to consumers, all these things goes through. We use vehicle for that, and I don't think the government buys petrol every day. Those politicians, I don't know, but if they were buying and they were moving around, they would have thought twice about this increment. I'm very disappointed as a Ghanaian. We have petrol. Petrol, and every day it keeps increasing. It's something I don't think those politicians they buy. If they were buying some, they would have known how to talk about these issues.
I pick taxi. I pick short, so obviously I'll be affected by it. So to me, I think they should reconcile it. Like they should reconsider it, because since I'll be affected by it, and 5% is a huge percentage, so I think they have to sit down and think about it. They have to try and subsidize this for us so that it will help every one of us, because majority of the population pick those public transportation.
Now you are a family man and the work is not improved like the way it is. So if you increase, it's going to affect a lot, because people are not taking taxi. They are only taking Uber and then Plagia. So now if it increases again, it's going to affect our business a lot. So we appeal to the government that it should do something about it. It's not easy. By the time now, it's almost 3. I'm not getting Sister Ghana. Almost 4 o'clock, Sister Ghana. I'm a family man. So you see, you know what I'm talking about. So government should do something about it.
Honestly, it has affected everything. When you look at the amount of money we get it eventually goes back into buying fuel. You understand? Especially the type of business we are engaged in. They haven't increased the price, looking at the customers and their welfare. You understand? So I think the increase in petroleum products should be looked at and revisited. Something good should be done about it so that we all have, a smooth business going on.
In fact, I don't have fire mobile bebre. Yeah, mobile pa. And if once you are too much effective, me to me, make us a managing one number and yet me there. Bako. Because they be to petrol. Oh, just how can I say my hand drivers no? You beg a crab on say na trotro passengers nan to kwana. Just say how can I say my. And in fact, Ghana's we who say you took full and you ha. Did you know about it? My mo, yeah, what's the answer? They be to fool, they be to fool, they be to fool. Young will talk about cry. No question, Yamini. Memetia and Yamushim be brave. Yamushim pa, cause MY. So much my who be big a crank, or motion on Kamuzan, Yamu be big a cram, and a dollar for your bread.
Well, so there you have it. The government of Ghana, your people are pleading. Please do something about this. Either the percentage will go down or you subsidize for the people. With COVID and the economy not running good and people are living in poverty, they can't afford this. It better hurt a lot of people. Sly, a reaction to this because the people are crying.
Because when any changes, huge changes, like I said, the consumers are those people who suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Because only
say, yeah.
When you say, maybe I say, and one will hear. But at the point, you are putting pressure on the people. Now we be the middleman, from the producer to the in between Nipa also who change the salary. Because producer they want to project into qua over but salary you have to talk, you have to convince these people, you have to beg them.
But at the end of the day, the consumer impose everything on because everybody use transportation and you need fuel to move your vehicle. So a hardship. Yeah, I do know. Say price of fuel, aquastro, even a high aquastro, it's climbing, but not at the rate of that percentage. Call Ghanaian drivers, so and they will suffer. A bit more how money only or more private companies or more running transportation and things. So and then they have to impose that on the consumer. So the so-called for trotro and or taxi or whatever now. Well, now by for no was so triaka for right?
Yeah.
So what would you tell the government to do? We're pleading.
Scott, is that your money? We don't understand. We don't know. They should come out, explain to us why
they are putting
petrol Ghana. Next year too, you took petrol Ghana. There be able to. Why? You took petrol our Ghana, and so sometimes our prices in America is even higher. Yeah, I so much more like I said 270, 260 something, maybe 263. What compared to Ghana? Yeah, Ghana, what the Qatar Ghana bro $5. You got $5 per gallon. Why? It's 220 something Ghana city. What divide you bro $4? Between $4 to $5, which is too much. And just I didn't see any BA will be. It is a better one to Sukwa, the Impuna Kakrabi. It's a little to petrol Ghana, now super to hold the day. Again, and a petrol idea. A diasoka keso mutuni keke. Nemo mietua ye nyabi. Omama ye hu. They should spread to us. Why? So I don't know what things are. And yes, I just can't. Yes, I don't be at Manufu Besusa because I did be a Ghana be a Onza Ghana. Yet to me to BBM, yet to me to VAT, yet to 1 BBM. People are not complaining, but to petrol man and conform.
Yeah, because the consumers no more better.
What I said, because in all ways.
Yeah.
In all ways, I'm home back to the home. Yes, sir. Tisan Oka, MPs no mun tuebi. Onu ye MP na Oka waji jada na kunyam na yeah. Waji atu. Yeah, because at the end of the day, every week we are watching the voucher, we go fill in the car, full tank. AC, Shabu, So bako na vrungu, so bako boriga, so bako here. Oko anu aka say me ko na vrungu, me ko ha wani. Yeah, asisa vouchers in man. I feel the car from how to boriga. Maybe obedi bi adu afere bam. No the call. But you said I had to my phone consumers in your house. I buy sir if you want to be in through no better swa. Kabebwa. Or 5% to move. 5.7%.
Yeah, it's really hard. Okay, so the video with the thought of the people, video credit to City TV. Thank you guys for doing this. With all of this being said, Sly, I think way forward, the government needs to listen to the people because the people put you there to work. With all consideration, you best try to say the gas issue, the fuel, you best try do something about it. When we hear before everything goes into law, it may affect the consumers because I'm sure a lot of people are crying. Remember, my mom final thought. Nah, yes, so for the day.
Sky, yes, I mean, you make a no mammy in America, vaccine about you. Because you might be a more Europe, cramp on Mocras, Denmark, no way near Italy near your idea of money. And Timmy Freezer for Nano, no my issue no combo who do. Now, among a little investigation, we almost still would have no more fine. No more fun warm, but I mean for now, dear. I mean, they should hold on a little bit. Now, the outcome from other countries, any even from them, know what happened. And the two, I'm talking about the budget and the person can want some crap. About the mechanics are buying share projects, I mean, that will also create jobs. It will create job for the nation, it will create job for the cities, it will create job for the people. Now, man, Confonso and said to me, I call man, Timmy said, Sabani the son of Monaco, one first year in your york. Say the was ya can one for money yet, man on your side. Beginning to say, Bebois. Now you better in your number almost so that. And this is for so, said as you say about my Namisha. If I said an uncle for be sitting in the material ye in the sky, it almost say, Impo, Uncle, you said the municipal so. I'm watching ya to my mom, I put in Namisha Bibia. That's a new mission.
All right, we are my better was say all the time your help and contribution to this to better Ghana. Ghana, all the media guys, Kwame, Kofi, and all the other guys out in Ghana. Before your best story, so no, I really want to appreciate our listeners and viewers. Mom joining in, Mom Freya, Mom commenting on the page. We really appreciate you because without you guys what we're doing won't be possible. But if you ask me if the president is on track to transform the nation, one way I would say yes. Things he did in the past and some are helping now. And way forward, as in their new budget, the things they want to introduce and also to turn to projects that have been left behind. So we will encourage Parliament to approve this budget, but also attend to the need of the people as well in regards to the fuel issues. That percentile is too high. So if they can do something about it, that would be really awesome to help the people. You're taxing them and you get that money back for the nation. There were some folks that celebrated birthdays last month that I wasn't able to wish them a happy birthday. So to Mama de Mama International Mama, happy belated birthday. God bless you. We hope your new year will be awesome. And anyone celebrating their birthday today, we really wishing you out here from Fire One, all of us, a blessed happy birthday. Yawada sende, yada munyina wase, murhe muhusu eye. Ewo Ghana mu vaccine so you applaud the government for bringing it. That will be your decision. It's voluntary. It's not like they're forcing you to go for it. So if you feel comfortable enough to go for it, go for it. That will be your own decision to make. We love you guys. Take care and stay blessed.
Sampayetia Obanyansa fuso wo munye wankana asam say mafutu sam kakre wa supeme